Good day, students. So today we will be continuing our lesson for the same unit. I'm pretty sure you have learned it with Sir Rajendran, or you call him Cikgu Rajendran. So we will just continue Unit 6. So Unit 6 is all about money. So what will we learn for today? Today we will learn a new vocab, as well as learn how to, we will be writing some sentences using the vocab that we have learned. But before we begin, what do you know about money? So some of you may answer that money is just a piece of paper, money is something that you can use to get food, to just to have fun, for entertainment, and just to survive in general. So did you know that other countries actually use some other currencies other than Ringgit Malaysia, for example? For example, this country, it uses a currency called rupee. It's a Reserve Bank of India. And do you know who this is? This is actually Mahatma Gandhi. He was quite famous. I'm sure you will learn about him maybe in the future. Next is this. Okay. This is the currency used by our neighbor country, which is Indonesia, and this is called rupiah. I don't know this one. I'm not sure. And this is actually the logo for their country. It's a Garuda. Garuda is somehow, it does not exist, but it's kind of like a symbol for Indonesia. Next is this. I'm pretty sure you know this if you watch K-dramas, or you're a fan of Korean K-pop in general. This is a currency used in South Korea. It's called won. Next is this. It's called yen, used by Japan. And finally, the dollar used by United States of America. And lastly, the currency used by our country, which is Ringgit Malaysia. And did you know that each of these, it has like a different meaning? And actually, if you can zoom in into this 10 here, you can actually see like lots of small 10s in here. Try it, it's fun. It's like you discover something new. I've tried once. But moving on, these are the words that we will learn for today. So there are a total number of 12 words. This is the first 6 words. Borrow is usually used when you get something from other people, but it's not yours. You will need to give it back. For example, this. Okay, this one. So I borrow a phone from my parents for online classes. So you borrow it. You use it for a while, and then you give it back to your parents. Next is the word buy. Buy is when you get something, but it's permanent, it's yours, and you get it in exchange of money. For example, I buy a new shoes, so that shoes is yours. Next is the word sell. Sell is the opposite of buy. Buy is when you get something, but sell is when you give something and you get money in exchange. For example, I sold a brush. So you give the brush to someone else, and then you get money for it. Next is the word lend. Lend is almost like borrow, but for borrow, you are the one who get the money, but for lend, you gave it to someone else. For example, I lend 1 ringgit. I lend 1 ringgit to my younger brother. Next is the word spend. Spend is using the money that you have, or time, or usually it's used for time and also money. For example, I spend 5 minutes doing my hair, or I spend 10 ringgit to buy a cup or a meal. And cost, lastly, the sixth word is cost. Cost, you usually use it in word like you're telling someone that the thing that you buy amount to this. For example, the brush that I bought cost me around 2 ringgit. So that is when you use the word cost. Next is the word earn. Earn is usually you use it when you are getting money. So you earn money, but you did something in order to earn the money. For example, I earn money by working part-time, or I earn money by helping my mother. If your mom gave you money for your work. And next is save. So when you earn money, you earn your money, right? For example, you earn, this is 11 ringgit. So you wanted to save 1 ringgit. So 1 ringgit, you put it aside. Then 10 ringgit, you can use it to buy anything. So you save the money. Collect is when you collect something. It's kind of like a verb when you get something, like a lot of things together. So you collect. For example, you are collecting stamp. I collect stamp as my hobbies. So the stamp is something, a lot of them. You collect them. Next is lose. Lose is when it is no longer yours. For example, you lose your money. I lose my money. So you have 5 ringgit, you have 10 ringgit. I lose my money on the street. So you lose them. Pay for is actually the action of giving. So when you pay for. For example, the word you usually use this in words like I pay for it, or she pay for the service. She pay for, meaning that she gave the money for the service, or she pay for the food. And then swap is when you change it with someone. For example, I swap my ice cream. I bought vanilla ice cream, but I don't like it. So I swap it with my younger brother because he bought chocolate ice cream. So that is the word swap. Now, this is the form of the words. Because before this we learned only the root word. Buy, borrow, sell, lend, spend, cost. And this is for present tense. From borrow you will change it into borrowing, and for past tense you add ed. You know the form, right? When for present tense you have to plus ing, for past tense you have to plus ed, but not all can be used, can be changed by adding just ed. For example, this word. So buy, buying, bought. This is what we call irregular verb. You must remember this verb, because just like for example, like borrow, you can easily change it by adding ed. But for words like this, buy, sell, lend, spend, and cost, you have to remember it. Irregular verb. It's not that it's there's a list of irregular verb. I will share it with you if you want. Do tell me if you want the list of irregular verb. And this is the form for the other 6 words. Earn, earned, save, saved, collect, collected, pay for, paid for. We just changed this, the word pay, paid. Lose, losing, lost. Swap, swapping, swapped. Now let's test it out. So I ... 5 ringgit from my mother yesterday. What do you think is the word here? So the word is oops. So you can try it. I ... from my mother yesterday. Mr. Salim is food for his cat. Ravi a new jacket 2 days ago. So for this one, it should be I borrowed 5 ringgit from my mother yesterday. Why borrowed? Because of the word from. From means that you get it from someone. So for this one, you will use the word borrowed. Borrowed. Past tense because yesterday. So Mr. Salim is, meaning that it is a present tense, food for his cat. So he is buying food for his cat. The third sentence, Ravi ... a new jacket 2 days ago. So remember, 2 days ago, meaning it has already happened. So this one would be Ravi bought a new jacket. Next, it would ... more than 2 ringgit to get a bowl of shaved ice. So for this one, you will use the word cost. It would cost more than 2 ringgit to get a bowl of shaved ice. The fifth sentence, Savi. Savi ... her brother 10 ringgit last week. So what would it be? Should it be borrowed? Should it be spent? Or maybe it should be lent? You can try it on your own and we will discuss it in the next lesson. Number 6. Maylin went to the mall last Friday. So remember this word last Friday. When you say it last Friday, it means that it has already happened. So this one, for this one, she spent 20 ringgit just for food because she used the money, so we use the word spend. Next, Imran is ... fried chicken to ... money. So what do you think? Is it Imran is buying fried chicken, or Imran is borrowing fried chicken, or maybe Imran is selling fried chicken to ... money? Maybe he did it to earn some money. So it can be Imran is selling fried chicken to earn money. And lastly is, can I ... your pen? So you are asking something from someone. So when you are asking something, you use the word borrow. Can I borrow your pen? Can I borrow your pen? Because you are asking something. So time for practice. So you have learned 12 new vocabulary, and you also know when to use it and also the meaning for each vocab. So what I want you to do now is you have to write 5 sentences, only 5 sentences, using the new words that you have learned today. So you can choose either words. Just remember 5 sentences. And once you're done, go to my sites. I will share the link with you and send me a picture of the sentences on the Google form. There will be also some questions, so you have to answer them, and that will be your attendance for the lesson. that will be all from me. I'll see you for the next lesson. Thank you.